Ancient Egypt, a kingdom of pharaohs, pyramids and intriguing enigmas, continues to be a source of fascination, offering a wealth of mysterious treasures that baffle even the greatest minds. And despite the many wonders we have already discovered in its sandy depths, this captivating land never ceases to amaze. So join us as we reveal the latest and most amazing discoveries from Egypt. Long Tunnel. Egyptian archaeologists have made a remarkable find at the Temple of Osiris Magna, an extensive tunnel carved into the rock that goes 12.8 meters underground. The sheer depth of this tunnel is enough to evoke a sense of wonder and apprehension. Within this tunnel, a diverse variety of artifacts have been unearthed, including statues of deities, coins, and headless statues. But it is not only its depth that is astounding. The length of the tunnel is estimated at 1,311 meters according to a statement from the Egyptian Ministry of Tourism, which is equally impressive. The most intriguing aspect of this discovery is the tantalizing possibility that it may lead to the lost tomb of Cleopatra and her lover Mark Antony. However, opinions vary and some experts are skeptical of such a development. The outcome remains uncertain. But if it does indeed lead to Cleopatra's tomb, scientists suggest it could be the most important archaeological discovery of this century. The rotating statue. Among Egypt's intriguing artifacts is a 10-inch tall statue called Nebo Sinu, which has baffled archaeologists and scientists alike. This statue displays peculiar behavior, apparently rotating on its own while inside a display case. Several attempts have been made to decipher the cause behind this enigmatic movement. A prevailing explanation suggests that vibrations from people passing near the exhibit may be responsible for the statue's movement and tremors. Notably, the video shows no evidence of anyone physically interacting with the figures. This slow, unexplained movement of a statue alone has an unsettling aura. What makes it even more intriguing is that this 180-degree rotation is a recent phenomenon, despite the statue's presence in the museum's collection for a staggering 80 years. Electromagnetic energy in the Great Pyramid of Giza. In 2018, a fascinating discovery shed new light on the Great Pyramid of Giza's remarkable ability to concentrate electromagnetic energy in its internal chambers and fundamental base. The scientists carried out a meticulous study using models to analyze how electromagnetic fields are distributed within the pyramid and how electrical waves interact within it. Through this exhaustive investigation, researchers discovered the pyramid's unique ability to focus electromagnetic energy into its hidden chambers. These enigmatic chambers house the remains of Khufu and an additional chamber designated for his queen. Extensive analysis by the team ultimately revealed the pyramid's extraordinary ability to amplify electromagnetic energy within these internal chambers, providing new insights into the mysterious dimensions of the chambers housing Khufu and his consort. Ancient bones. During an excavation in Bayam, among the finds were bones that presented a perplexing enigma, those of a child surrounded by a total of 142 dogs. This situation raises numerous questions. Why were the boy's remains buried among the dogs? Even more disturbing, the boy appeared to have a linen bag covering his head, a burial practice apparently foreign to ancient Egypt. The team responsible for this discovery has characterized this burial site as unusual for ancient Egypt. Their working theory suggests that this unusual burial of both the boy and the dogs may have been introduced by outsiders residing in the region at the time. There is an additional clue in the form of blue clay found in dog bones, shedding light on the fate of these animals. Blue clay was readily available in ancient Egyptian water reservoirs, leading researchers to speculate that the dogs could have perished due to a flood. Importantly, there is no indication of a violent cause of death among the dogs, further supporting the flood hypothesis. Now a groundbreaking discovery has been made, a city that has been celebrated as one of Egypt's most notable finds of the last century. This discovery promises to shed new light on ancient Egypt and reveal hidden secrets from its past. So what exactly does this discovery reveal about this ancient civilization, and what mysteries does it contain? Let's delve into the details to find out. Graham Hancock, a leading figure in the field of archaeology and history, has made significant contributions to our understanding of ancient civilizations. He has made a compelling argument that a lost civilization thrived about 12,500 years ago, during a period of dramatic post-Ice Age global climate changes. This climate change had profound effects on life across the planet, and the survivors of this tumultuous era spread across the globe, laying the foundation for subsequent human generations. Hancock's theories about these forgotten civilizations have gained widespread attention, so much so that they have been featured in a Netflix series hosted by the archaeologist himself. This 8-part series takes viewers on an extraordinary journey to various exotic locations around the world, including Egypt, Peru, and Indonesia. Along the way, Graham Hancock reveals remains of ancient civilizations, from cities buried in the Egyptian desert to the fascinating site of Göbekli Tepe in Turkey. This series establishes a deep connection between the past and the present, showcasing the enduring mysteries of our world's history. The 5th episode of the series, titled Legacy of the Sages, serves as a cornerstone of Graham Hancock's theories on ancient civilizations. It addresses the enigmatic site of Göbekli Tepe in Turkey, which stands out as significantly older than any other known megalithic structure in the world. This episode highlights many of Hancock's ideas, highlighting the existence of advanced civilizations lost to history, civilizations that appear to have achieved notable advances before their time. Another compelling example of such a civilization is the Harappan civilization, which thrived in the Indus Valley. The Harappans left well-documented evidence of their achievements, including impressive feats such as indoor plumbing and a sophisticated sewage system. They also built large public buildings that resemble meeting rooms or even Senate buildings. Despite these notable advances, the reasons behind civilization's abandonment remain a mystery, illustrating how ancient civilizations often leave us with more questions than answers. While some ancient cities, such as Göbekli Tepe, raise questions about why they were abandoned, others, such as the royal metropolis recently discovered by Egyptologist Zahi Hawass and his team, provide invaluable information about the past. This 3,400-year-old site, located north of modern Luxor, revealed secrets of one of ancient Egypt's most prosperous eras, shedding light on the achievements and sophistication of that civilization. The excavation led to the surprising discovery of an exceptionally well-preserved city, with its walls and rooms in surprisingly good condition, and containing a large number of everyday tools and artifacts. Several distinct neighborhoods have been revealed within the city, including an administrative district, a bakery, and a residential area. This important discovery, hidden beneath the sands of Egypt, was known as the ancient city of Saldathan or the Rise of Aten. Betsy Bryan, a professor of Egyptology at Johns Hopkins University in Baltimore, United States, has described the discovery of this lost city as the second most important archaeological find since the revelation of Tutankhamun's tomb. She emphasized that the city presents a unique opportunity to gain insights into the daily lives of ancient Egyptians during a period of unparalleled wealth and prosperity. When the empire was at its peak, the excavation produced a trove of valuable archaeological artifacts, including colorful pottery, jewelry, mud bricks with seals of Amenhotep III, scarabs, and scarab amulets. The archaeological team began its excavation on the west bank of Luxor, near the Valley of the Kings, approximately 500 kilometers south of Cairo. Within weeks, they discovered mud brick formations stretching in various directions. Hieroglyphic inscriptions found on wine vessel lids at the site have allowed experts to date the city to the reign of Pharaoh Amenhotep III, who ruled during the 18th dynasty, between 1386 and 1353 BC. The reign of Amenhotep III was characterized by tranquility and prosperity, marking the peak of Egypt's international influence. He is often called Amenhotep the Magnificent or Amenhotep the Great. Towards the end of his reign, Amenhotep III began to share power with his eldest son, who would later be known as Amenhotep IV. After the death of his father, The young Amenhotep embarked on a dramatic transformation of Egypt by abandoning all Egyptian deities except the sun god Aten. He changed his name from Amenhotep IV to Akhenaten, which translates as dedicated to Aten. Furthermore, he presided over the emergence of a new artistic movement with his wife Nefertiti, and moved the royal capital of Egypt from Thebes to a new city called Akhetaten, now known as Amarna. In addition to the bakery and administrative section, an area dedicated to the production of mud bricks was discovered during the excavation. Within this area, an intriguing find was made: the skeleton of a cow or bull next to a human skeleton in an unusual posture, with its arms extended along the body and evidence of a rope around its knees. Although ancient Egyptian customs are known to have included various types of sacrifice, including animal offerings, the presence of a human skeleton suggests the possibility of human sacrifice in the city. Additionally, the archaeological team discovered a container containing approximately 2 gallons of dried or boiled meat with inscriptions that read year 1337. The inscriptions provided the names of 2 individuals associated with the city. When translated, the inscriptions indicate meat dressed for the 3rd Hebsed festival from the Kaha Corral slaughterhouse, made by the butcher Lewis. This translation offers insight into the lives of 2 inhabitants of the ancient city, Lewis, the butcher, and the person who placed the order. Despite the challenges of its time, this provides insight into a bygone era characterized by genuine human connections and community life. Excavations at ancient sites often reveal a treasure trove of historical knowledge, from secrets hidden in buried scrolls to ancient clay tablets favored by Mesopotamian and Babylonian ancestors. Mesopotamia, often considered the cradle of civilization, continues to provide surprising findings that align with the work and claims of scholars such as Graham Hancock. Being the birthplace of civilization, Mesopotamia constantly surprises archaeologists with its advanced knowledge. One of these archaeological sites is located in Gursu, located in present-day south-central Iraq. This city, an important center in the ancient Sumerian civilization of Mesopotamia, has a history dating back more than 4 millennia. Despite challenges, such as early excavation methods causing damage and treasure hunters searching for objects to sell illegally, scientists have made important discoveries at Gursu in the last century. One of the notable finds is the Stele of the Vultures, a monument composed of stone slabs depicting various battles and religious scenes. Additionally, recent excavation efforts have revealed a palace built of mud bricks that is believed to have been the main residence of Ningirsu, the deity associated with Gursu. Additionally, more than 200 cuneiform writing tablets with logosyllabic inscriptions have been discovered, providing invaluable administrative records from ancient times. As we explore the fascinating archaeological discoveries of the ancient Egyptians, we cannot overlook the wealth of equally impressive finds that have been unearthed in the vast and mysterious Sahara Desert. As we continue our journey through history and archaeology, we discover that the ancient world continues to reveal its secrets in surprising ways. Throughout human history, a number of mythical narratives have captured our imagination, featuring tales of divine angels, colossal giants, and catastrophic disasters. While these stories initially seem captivating and enigmatic, closer examination reveals an alternative strand of human history that often goes unnoticed. One of these extraordinary narratives is found in the ancient Hebrew apocalyptic text known as the Book of Enoch, traditionally attributed to Enoch, Noah's great-grandfather. This ancient work reveals astonishing revelations about the origins of evil, the mysterious fallen angels, the powerful Nephilim, the cataclysmic flood, the prophesied Messiah, and the imminent end of time. Intriguingly, this text has remained hidden from the public due to its inclusion of information that delves into the surprising mysteries surrounding our origins, information that was ultimately excluded from the biblical canon. In addition to the Book of Enoch, another ancient manuscript discovered in Egypt carries a deeply disturbing message. These ancient texts invite us to explore their pages, as they promise to reveal astonishing secrets about our shared history that, for various reasons, have been kept hidden from general knowledge. Towards the end of 1946 or beginning of 1947, young Bedouin shepherds were in the vicinity of the ancient settlement of Qumran, located on the northwestern shores of the Dead Sea, in what is now known as the West Bank. During his pastoral duties, one of the young shepherds accidentally dislodged a rock in an opening in a cliff, resulting in a surprising and earth-shattering sound. Intrigued, they entered the cave where they stumbled upon a collection of large clay vessels. Among these vessels, 7 contained a treasure of leather scrolls and papyrus. These scrolls were later acquired by an antiquities dealer, and eventually found their way into the hands of several scholars, who determined that the texts were more than 2,000 years old. This discovery quickly sparked the interest of both treasure hunters and archaeologists alike. In the following years, tens of thousands of additional scroll fragments were discovered in 10 adjacent caves, totaling between 800 and 900 priceless texts. Among these texts was the Book of Enoch itself, segmented into 5 different books: the Book of Vigils, the Book of Parables, the Astronomical Book, the Dream Visions, and the Epistles of Enoch, which together comprise a total of 100 chapters. The Book of Enoch is a compilation of monumental works, each delving into significant themes, such as rewards, punishments, the end of the world, and the final judgment. His first book, comprising chapters 6 to 36, focuses mainly on topics such as angels, the tree of life, Jerusalem, and the universe. The Book of the Watchers within the writings of Enoch tells the story of the fallen angels mentioned in Genesis 6 verses 1 to 4. These angels seduced human women, resulting in the birth of the Nephilim, beings of great knowledge who played a role in the coming of the catastrophic flood, which ultimately led to the destruction of the Nephilim. The term Nephilim refers to the fallen, often described as massive, giant-like individuals. The relationship between the children of God and the Nephilim is a subject of various interpretations. Some believe that the sons of God refer to fallen angels who fathered offspring with human women, an idea found in the non-canonical Jewish source known as the First Book of Enoch. This interpretation remains widely accepted. In the First Book of Enoch, the Nephilim are portrayed as giants, which is consistent with the idea that they had enormous stature due to their supernatural origin. However, it is important to note that some have raised theological concerns about the suggestion that angels or demons could physically reproduce with humans. The second part of the Book of Enoch, known as the Parables of the Likeness, is an apocalyptic narrative that revolves around themes related to the Son of Man and the Ancient of Days. These ancient prophecies, which feature prominently in the text, share a striking resemblance to the Book of Revelation in the Bible, aligning with biblical teachings. Within the Book of Enoch there is also an astronomical book that provides intricate details about the stars and their roles. Additionally, the section called Dream Visions serves as a complete prophecy that spans all of human history, from the past to the present and the future, meticulously predicting events from the beginning of time to the end of time, and the final judgment. While the Book of Enoch contains elements that align with the Bible, it also presents contradictions. One notable contradiction concerns the mention of Noah in the Book of Enoch, even though the Bible teaches that Enoch was taken to heaven long before Noah's birth. This raises questions about how Enoch, who was supposed to be in heaven, could have knowledge of Noah and the events of the flood if he was the author of the Book of Enoch. Furthermore, in Enoch 10:8-9, God attributes all the corruption of the earth to a demon named Azazel, suggesting that the entire earth has been contaminated by the influence of Azazel, leading to the commission of all evil. Unlike Lucifer, commonly known as Satan or the devil, who is mentioned in the Bible, Azazel is not identified in biblical teachings. Satan is generally held responsible for problems in the world as the author of sin, and other specific demons are not mentioned in this context. The Book of Enoch also contains several astronomical and meteorological descriptions that are not in line with the Bible or contemporary scientific understanding. A notable example is found in chapter 33:1-4, where it is suggested that Enoch painstakingly mapped and numbered all the stars in the sky. However, according to Jeremiah 33 verse 22 in the Bible, counting the stars is considered infeasible due to their immense number. Modern astronomers estimate that there are approximately 100 million stars in the Milky Way alone, and there are many more galaxies with millions and millions of stars each. Another instance of discrepancy is found in the Book of Enoch 41, where it portrays wind, snow, hail, and even the moon as emanating from a wooden container in the sky. Such descriptions are considered illogical, absurd, and inconsistent with both scientific knowledge and biblical teachings. These discrepancies shed light on why the Book of Enoch was not included in the Bible. Now, let's focus on the recent discovery made in Egypt, which sheds light on the history of ancient literature. This discovery, detailed in an article published in the Journal of Egyptian Archaeology, pushes back the origins of the ancient texts and underlines the deep fascination and creativity with which people of that time sought to unravel the mysteries of life after death. According to Rita Lucarelli, a curator of Egyptology at the University of California, Berkeley, the ancient Egyptians had a deep fascination with life in all its forms and saw death as the gateway to a new existence. Surprisingly, this newly discovered text, known as the Book of Two Ways, is one of approximately 20 known copies in the possession of contemporary archaeologists, and happens to be the oldest among them. The text was found inside a sarcophagus that had largely escaped the attention of tomb raiders and previous generations of archaeologists. This intriguing find emerged during excavations in a burial pit located in the Egyptian town of Di al-Basha. Unlike modern bound books, this ancient text was not a standalone volume. Instead, parts of it were inscribed directly on the inside of the sarcophagus. These inscriptions have been preserved on two deteriorated cedar panels featuring images and hieroglyphics. The inscriptions refer specifically to the Book of Two Ways, and other objects in the tomb have been dated to the time of Pharaoh Motep II, who reigned in Egypt until 2010 BC. The researcher behind this study, Harco Willems, an Egyptologist at the University of Leuven in Belgium, explained in an interview that these sarcophagus texts were intended to place the deceased in the realm of the gods. On this particular sarcophagus, which belonged to a high-status woman named Ankh, the instructions for the afterlife referred to her as he. In ancient Egypt, rebirth was more closely associated with male deities, so deceased women were to be referred to as he to more closely align with Osiris, the god of life after death. However, there were intriguing indications of customization within Ankh's version of the Book of Two Ways. The poem suggested that she may have faced an obstacle early in her journey, symbolized by a ring of fire. Over time, it is conceivable that she has faced challenges such as evil spirits, demons, and even earthly threats such as fire. Her defense against these adversities lay in the spells she herself cast as the deceased. Fortunately, the accompanying materials included detailed instructions for performing these spells. The maps within this book, as well as others like it, feature a bewildering array of sinuous lines and enigmatic figures, symbols that defy modern interpretation. Some experts believe that these depictions originated from images associated with life rather than death, and were intended to invoke rituals aimed at reviving deceased gods or humans. In any case, these texts were emblematic of the Renaissance, whether in the current world or another realm.